All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're solving inequalities using multiplication and division. And the one thing you want to remember, please remember, these are very similar to solving equations, but you must remember the following, that when you multiply or divide with a negative number, you want to switch the direction of the inequality. So switch the sign, switch the inequality. Okay, so I'm almost asking for its opposite. So let's take a look if you're not sure what I mean by that. So in this example here, you could see that 1/2 times x is equal to 4. So the inverse operation is divide. So dividing with the fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. And so you could see that these cross out. I'm left with x is less than 8. Less than 8. So here the sign didn't switch. It stayed the same because I multiply by a positive value. So it didn't work there. But we're going to go to the next one. Okay, so in this one I see that negative 1/7 is being multiplied with t. So what I can do is I can multiply by a negative 7 over 1. Negative 7 over 1 on both sides, which is reciprocal of that fraction. That makes it go away. And I'm left with t. On this side over here, negative times negative is positive, but I must remember that the sign switches. Okay, so that's one of those where the sign switches. Okay, let's take a look at a third example here. All right, so b is being multiplied by negative 1/5. So if I multiply by its reciprocal, negative 5 over 1, then I can figure out my answer here. So looking at this problem, I should get b. I'm going to switch the sign because I'm multiplying by a negative. Switch the sign. And 5 times 72, let's see, that's 350, 360, negative 360. And so here again, we did switch the sign because it was negative. Let's do a couple more here. Let's take a look here. This time we're going to divide by a negative 3. That's because s is being multiplied by negative 3, so to divide it will go away. S is left on that side. Over here I get a negative 4. But I must switch the direction of the inequality, again, because of that negative. So this is your answer, or you can flip things around, make it easier for you to graph that way. Would be just like that. So let's go back real quick and actually graph some of these. Forgot that if you had to graph it, you would have a line. There's 8, here's 9, here's 7. This one's an open circle because it's not including it. Open circle and shade to the left. Here, I'd have 21 with 22 and 20 on either side. This one's a closed circle because of that line. It's equal to and to the left. This third one, again, you guessed it, should be a negative 360. Let's go negative 359, and over here negative 361. This one's a closed circle because it is included, and you're going to shade to the left. The last one here, now this one's a little trickier, so be careful. Yes, I'm going to start with negative 4 in the middle, with negative 3 and negative 5. Problem is, which way do I shade? Okay, so I'm looking for all the values that are going to be greater than negative 4, or negative 4 is less than all the values. So here I'm going to shade it in and shade to the right in that instance. Okay, so feel free to watch that over again. Hopefully, if you felt like this guy, hopefully you felt a little bit more like this guy now that you got it. You're understanding that the main idea here is that when you multiply or divide with a negative number, switch the inequality way. So if it's a less than, it becomes greater than.